Teams in Group A having already qualified for the last 16. Well, two teams who have unblemished records so far from their first two games. Kazakhstan starting top, courtesy of a healthier goal difference to Venezuela. La Tinto making history here in Lithuania at their first ever appearance at a Futsal World Cup. All about who will finish where and who will face who going forward. Lithuania and Costa Rica playing for third. Well, welcome both of these two nations to Vilnius. They've been based in Kaunas. The winner of this group will be back to Kaunas for the last 16. For Venezuela, what a story they have been, creating history, creating some noise back home as well with their support. Didn't make too many friends in Lithuania in their first game as they beat the hosts before a 1-0 win against Costa Rica, led at the front and back by Rafa Murillo. Made everyone stand up and take note of their achievement. Along with the likes of Angola and Lithuania making their debuts here. They came through the CONMEBOL routes behind Argentina, Brazil and Panama. But this, the biggest thing that has happened to them in futsal, and they are loving every single minute of it. And for Kazakhstan, one of the great names of the game over recent years, their third appearance at a World Cup. They managed a round of 16 in Colombia, however Spain ended their run in Medellin. But it was their first showing since 2000 in Guatemala. Their first taste of a World Cup where they lost every game and conceded 24 goals in the process. It's a bit different now. They sailed through qualifying and sailing through this group too with a 6-1 win over Costa Rica, 3-0 win over Lithuania. Both teams have been defensively strong too, conceding just the 1 goal each so far.
Please welcome the national team of Venezuela and the national team of Kazakhstan, along with our referees for today's match.
The entertainment levels here have been fantastic since the first ball was kicked in Vilnius. We've had it all. And what can the newbies in town do to conclude their Group A campaigns? Ayman Kamun of Turkey is our referee, alongside his assistants Mohamed Youssef and Khalid Hitch. Anran is our timekeeper.
And now, the national team of Venezuela. Are you ready? The captain of the team, Villalobos.
So Venezuela to enter first, led by their captain, Villalobos, in dreamland. In their first ever World Cup. A sport that continues to grow back home. And here in Lithuania, reaping what they have sown in terms of development and being able to compete on the biggest stage. One more push in the group stage. And a victory against a top 10 ranked nation, some 14 places above them, would be another massive stepping stone. A win, and they will be the A team of Group A.
And the head coach of the team, Freddy Gonzalez. And that is the team of Venezuela.
So Venezuela out first.
The team of Kazakhstan. Please welcome the captain of the team,
Kazakhstan enter the field, courtesy of Hikita. The great names of the game. An array of talent that mainly played for the giant club side, that is Verde-Amarela. There's a huge Brazilian influence in the ranks too that has made them stronger over the last few years. And here they are in Lithuania with a 100% record coming into the final group game. They sent out a statement as well. It'd be a huge boost for them as they go from hopefuls, if they were to get a win, to genuine contenders. If you shied away from wanting to become world champions, especially their coach Kaká. That's how far their ambitions go.
And that is the team of Venezuela.
If they do top the group, it also helps in avoiding a top name come the next phase of the tournament. Before we get underway, as always, the national anthems.
Venezuela's hymns. Kazakhstan, hymns.
Team news ahead of this one then. Rueda starts in goal ahead of Jose Villalobos for his first outing of these World Cup finals. Rafael Murillo's goal in the last game, history creating the only goal of the game against Costa Rica to secure that place. Carlos Polo and Freddie Shaki and the other players still to make an appearance at these World Cup finals. These players simply living the dream here in Lithuania. And can they cause a massive shock by beating Kazakhstan tonight? As for Kazakhstan, Nikita, one of the biggest names here at these World Cup finals, as well as Tainan, who will miss their next game with another yellow card. And their top scorer with 3 goals here in Lithuania. 2 goals and 3 assists so far for Darren to Sagulov. Look out for him. And how much influence will he have on this one tonight? For Kazakhstan, who are looking to finish strongly and looking to go through to the knockout stages with a 100% winning record. Introduction to our officials. So there's our mascot here, who has loved every piece of music that has been played inside this arena. Kamoun of Tunisia is our referee leading this one, with Mohamed Youssef and Khalid Kanic. And ran our timekeeper, Freddy Gonzalez, the coach of Venezuela, who just has been constantly speaking about the overall pride that he has being here at a World Cup finals. Carlo Figueroa, or known as Kaka, leading Kazakhstan. There's still 7 places to be determined. In the next stage of this competition. These two are already there. But who will finish top of the tree in Group A?
Let's make it together from 10
Time for the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's roll!
It's the final game in Group A as we get underway here in Vilnius, and a first touch. The Venezuelan goalkeeper. Called into action quickly. It's Kazakhstan putting Venezuela right under pressure. This is Douglas Jr. Blocked by Carlos Sanz. Oh, sign of things to come, perhaps. Reminder, both of these two nations have already qualified. Now head-to-head to decide who finishes top of the group. First experience of playing at a World Cup has been extraordinary and history-making for Venezuela. Kazakhstan looking to show the futsal world, really. They are genuine contenders. The world crown. Again, backed by their pocket of support that have travelled from Kaunas here to Vilnius. Douglas Jr. Tena. Douglas Jr. again, looking to find Tena. Has been out-muscled by Carlos Sanz. Bring it away for Venezuela. They can calm things down also now. Gutierrez wide for Sanz. Here is Murillo, the man of the moment. Going anywhere as he looks to make some ground down the far side. That is Kaka, an international coach, alongside his role with Kairat in the club game in Kazakhstan. And the dominant force of club futsal from Kazakhstan. There is Teynan. Now. And Teynan again. Not been playing with Kairat, but now plays in Spain. Del Pozo Murcia. Venezuela, having never been to a World Cup finals, but showing their class whilst they have been here. Tenan, the top scorer so far at this competition. It's a nice set from Vidal, and Vidal against Higuita, and Higuita with the stop. Well, he's been goalkeeper of the year in 5 of the last 6 years. Coming up with a telling contribution to deny Venezuela and denying Vidal. Here's again Alfredo Vidal. The link-up play is good, and Murillo. Held up nicely. Like they come for Douglas Junior. 8 goals in qualifying, joint top scorer Douglas Junior. As Kazakhstan came through. One of 7 European nations at this tournament. Both teams have started frantically in this one. Tannant's felt that. That is stayed down at the moment. Carlos Sanz is going to put it out, so Tannant maybe just receive a little bit of treatment here. With Vidal. See much in that, it has to be said. It's just been winded a little bit. Man now playing in Spain. He had a brief spell in Portugal as well with Sporting. There is Freddy Gonzalez, says that he's happy now that Venezuela is being recognized at international level. He still sees himself as a young coach with a desire to keep learning and leave a mark on this discipline, he was saying in the build-up to this game. Certainly done that so far from the first 2 matches. Tannant comes off. Tisagulov comes on. Carlos Sanz plays in Italy, in Catania, under pressure, forced into the error. Described his teammates as being anxious, excited and eager to get going here in Lithuania. That they were secured of their route through qualifying. Here comes the corner, it's kept low and not far wide from Douglas Junior. One of their many Brazilian-born players. Here is Sanz. Vidal loses out. Douglas Junior. Balikov, that's a nice turn from him, but committed was Vidal. Look how frantic it is between these two. The turnovers. Squeeze it out to the far flank for Balikov. Scored 1 goal in the qualifiers and a 4-3 win over Slovakia. Douglas Junior, the target, but the breakaway could work out here. Oh, tracking back so quickly. Tisagulov as Gutierrez was scampering. And that final touch just let him down, didn't it? Sanz. And Balikov went flying into that. That's for the great name of Karat Amati. Murillo across here with Sands. He's a hero both ends really against Costa Rica. Sensational goal line clearance in that game as well. A few hairy moments against Costa Rica, but overall they controlled the game. Just the one goal was the difference. Murillo. Sting at the fingertips of Higuita. Sands. The clearance away and the chase on for Douglas Junior. That's how you finish. A world-class player. First advantage for Kazakhstan. And it comes through the golden touch of Douglas Junior. Away from Sands, off he goes. Look at that. A poke of perfection.
Goal scored by number 14 from Uzbekistan, Douglas.
8 goals in qualifiers. That's 2 now for him here at the World Cup. In fact, 25 goals for Kairat this past season in 33 appearances. Douglas Junior has opened the scoring terrifically, and Murillo's under pressure. The Yasena Manov. Stays like this, Kazakhstan going through as a group winners from Group A. Gutierrez for Sands. They've opened up Kazakhstan here. Gutierrez, they'll get the foul their way. Super play out of a tight spot. One thing that we have seen from these two already at the opening 5 minutes or so is how quickly things can change, sparking into an attack from one end to the other. Murillo walks away. Sands fancies this. 10 meters out. But Murillo just lurking. Sands takes a lot to get through, Higuita. That was straight down his throat and he dealt with it well. Villamonte now. Villamonte got beyond his man, Morazov, and will be a kick in for Venezuela. Francia. Villamonte's done well against 2. That will be a corner for Venezuela. Hit from Sands. A couple of goals for Catania at Italy. Vidal, good play from him, bringing that down. Murillo on the turn. They are making sure that he is not involved at all, closing down his space so quickly. Well, that's strong play, though. Villamonte. National title winner in Uruguay in his career. Senemanov is back on his feet. Here he is. Offers support again for Balikov. Doesn't use him. Does get on the ball now. Out of his reach, the man who's putting the number 10 on the back of his shirt, Cengiz Yasenamanov, who's been part of the national team now for over 10 years. Ooh, little short. That's a nice turn, but can't get away from Honey Rueda. His name translates to Johnny Wheel. It is Villamonte. Oh, he's lost out. Seen already how quick Kazakhstan are. Turning defense into attack. To Zagulov. Once again. Let's have a chat. Akbalikov here. And Francia. I think that's what you call a firm telling off. No, there's nothing in that whatsoever, is there? It's Akita. Man from Rio. He's been playing in Kazakhstan since 2011. Wilmer Kabakis. On he goes. Kazakhstan coming through. Morasov, what a run this is. Through the legs of Francia. Sure, the goals bang on the line. It's been a really good start to this one. Such a class from Douglas Jr. is separating the two teams. Villamonte now picking up with Milton Francia. Kabakis, nice idea. Busting it good to get involved in that, Anderson Suarez. Plays in Finland. With Henry Gutierrez, with Kemby. Tenan is back on. And here he is again. Little touch is cute. That would have asked a lot there. Nogoshin. He scores all sorts of goals. Once upon a time, 2016, he scored with his hip. No matter how the goals go in at the Euros against Italy. There is Nogoshin. This is their main goal to win the group. Oh, and he was very nearly a man in the goals for Kazakhstan. Not far away from creeping in the corner. Villamonte linking up, and he gets it back again here, Villamonte. Carlos Vento, back for Villamonte. And again, they are being harassed. Tenan blocking off the route for Carlos Vento. But it will time for Tenan. A player who really came in from the wilderness to World Cup finals. A great article that has been written recently about how Leo Higuita spotted him at a friendly tournament in Dubai. And he was that good that he got on the phone to Kairat to immediately sign him. The rest, as they say, is history. Here is Vento for Venezuela. Now Kabakis. Francia. Villamonte. Balls back for Vento now. They are standing strong at the moment, are Kazakhstan. I've just got to watch their discipline a little bit here. So they're up to 4 fouls, 1 more. And then after that, penalty from the 10-meter mark. If you are not used to futsal and you're just joining us for the very first time, great to have you with us. That's an effort from Knaub. Sands, back for Vento. Viamonte, test. Strength here for Venezuela as they're playing a risky game. Just a kick in, that's all it will be. There are hopes of a free kick perhaps there for Kazakhstan. English Junior lifts it. Tainan. It was an awkward high for him, but he still got it on target. Higuita. On quickly from Douglas Junior. Held on to by Rueda. Viamonte, Sands. Douglas Junior. Oh, brilliant. Oh, get that pass right. Could have been looking at another goal. For the big man on Knaub. Been playing in Germany with Fortuna Düsseldorf. Brief stay before a move to Aktobe. Of the young side in 2018 that finished second to RFU, a youth event. It's been a physical battle so far between these two. At the moment, Douglas Junior's goal is the difference. Sands, back and he got fired right into Kabacas. Sands for Vento, don't get beyond Tainan that easily. Tainan holding it. Oh, is there a little kick out there from Vento? First foul that they're giving away. Kazakhstan still on 4. Orazov for Douglas Junior. And now Orazov. Douglas Junior, Orazov off the goes. Sands have been completely done. Way to play now as an outfield player. Here he is. They give an extra option, play a risky game because the goal is completely empty. And now Polo. Way to back for Carlos Polo again. But they're forcing them back here at Kazakhstan. Sands and Polo, they'll restart again over halfway. Sands, Rueda finding a little bit of room. That extra movement in behind, in the pockets perhaps, for Venezuela. Vento up against Douglas Juniors. Rueda's back in goal now. Vento. Sands. Far back, they've been penned. Polo. Oh, but how well they've got themselves out of this. Oh, that would have been delightful. Yeah, that close, Carlos Vento. And appreciation from the crowd here. Douglas Junior. Now, Douglas Junior again. Much going on to his left. Wants it back, gets it back. Now ball quickly. Lovely touch. Sands, no foul. Sands, Vento up with him. Vento, can he take it in his stride? Unable to do so. Zarazov. Oh, great play here! Well, he was taken down superbly well by Akbalikov. It looked as though the composure was there. Great skills, lacking the end product. Kazakhstan still leading by a goal to nil. Douglas Junior's goal. And as it stands, they will go through as group winners from Group A. Oh, now then, Gutierrez is through! And Leo Higuita. Big stop from one of the world's best. As they chant his name, the Kazakhstan fans. Gutierrez. See those darting bursts through the heart of Kazakhstan in this game, but Rueda had to react quickly there. It didn't seem set. I don't know whether he was too sure of his surroundings, but he's pushed it out for a corner. And he's gone right behind that as he's parried back into play. Akbalikov with a touch. Yes, Enemanov can't find a teammate. 5.5 minutes remaining in this first period. Polo bringing it out of defense. Touch from Murillo for Rueda. Polo and Gutierrez offering the width at the moment, but Vidal finding Rueda. Gutierrez. Vidal. Gutierrez lurking inside the area along with Murillo just in front of Higuita. He's down on his knees. All about the movement. Rueda. Gutierrez. Run it out. Akbalikov. It's good defensive work. Oh, that's a lovely turn from Akbalikov. Yes, Enemanov! He's not far away from adding to the scoreline. This close from 2-0. Thirteen attempts a goal for Kazakhstan, 6 of them on target. 4 shots, 4 at Higuita's goal, and saves made by the goalkeeper. Yes, Enemanov, and quickly by Akbalikov. That's just a little too quick from Sands. Now he's fast, he's dynamic, he's rather unpredictable at times, Carlos Sands. Akbalikov fending off Sands. Yes, Enemanov. Akbalikov for Kazakhstan. The back of Vidal. Taking their time to regroup here. Kazakhstan as it's to the back stick, but to the side netting, no problems from a tight angle from Yesenemanov. Already seen a glorious goal from a corner on the volley tonight in the previous game for Uzbekistan. Sent them through incredibly. Gutierrez asked for it, gets it. There was a block off there. Unnecessarily by Razov. And with 3 minutes dead on the clock, that is the 5th foul against Kazakhstan. Can they draw them in to making another one? Venezuela. Murillo could be the man to do that. Test of discipline for Kazakhstan for the final moments of this half, as it's a wild effort from Vidal. Well, they're pretty good 2021 so far, Venezuela. In all matches back to March, they've only lost 3 times from 14 matches played. And their success of this competition has been life-changing for many of these players. The fact that they've been able to qualify for the last 16 with a game to spare says so much. Murillo. It's 10 up. Who wants it? Yes, he wants it. Razov takes over. 10 out again. Douglas Jr. What's he gonna do? Around the corner. And Sands just having a little back at him as well. Timeout called. On the way of Kazakhstan with 1 minute 40 remaining.
Timeout, Kazakhstan.
Yellow card. Yellow card. It's our timeout.
Ei, vamos aqui, esquece. Douglas na bola, ok? Tursa, Birjan is this. Birjan, u nas jeste o G5 falou.
Kaká
Ni nada
done some
blokira
coaching work with the likes of Ukraine and Russia before heading to Kazakhstan. Took over from another Brazilian, Kaká. Club at international level. This is a goal that is the difference so far from Douglas Jr. on 5 minutes. 1 touch, bang. The look on the face of Reina says it all. And it would just give them an easier route, finishing top of the group. It's been named in the Champions League squad of the tournament for last season. Douglas Jr. Back for Tainan, he kept it low, and he has another go-to. And that's further wide. Viamonte. Murillo. Sands. Viamonte again. Oh, he can't take the ball with him. And Razov brings it away for Kazakhstan now. Vidal looking to just shield him out of the way. That's good play. It's a bright start, a fast start from Kazakhstan. Not as fast as what it was against Lithuania when they took the lead inside the first 30 seconds of the match. Piemonte. No way through. As we are inside the final minute, Douglas Jr. Still he goes on, and he's pulled it back, and Sands in the way. Good block. Horazov. What a goal. And you just wondered what Douglas Jr. had up his sleeve there. Marauding run wasn't finished off by Kazakhstan in the end. Sands. Murillo, we've not really seen him. It's Vidal. Oh, frame of the goal. Was there a touch on that? Yes, there was. 21 seconds remaining. Timeout called by Venezuela. Malaysia ranked 21 in the world. Nickname La Vino Tinto. Nation that really has had a long tradition within the futsal game. Always missed out when qualifiers were only 3 places rather than 4 as they are now. As they came through the Commonwealth qualifiers. Finished second in the group behind Argentina, 3 wins from 4. But they would lose to Brazil in the semi-finals, and then they would also lose in the 3rd place playoff too, but it didn't matter. Getting through to that stage of the semi-finals was enough to be amongst the elite here in Lithuania. So the minutes for the timeout is over with. Last play perhaps. Kazakhstan, that's lovely! Oh, and it deserved a better finish than that. Freddy Gonzalez on the sidelines. Can't believe that Vidal hasn't done more with that. What a touch that was from Kazakhstan to set him up. Agita wasn't even tested. Douglas Jr. One last play, or just see time out. Oh, that will be that. So it's the first half, which Kazakhstan have got the only goal in. Douglas Jr. has got in, and as things stand, they will be finishing atop of Group A. But Venezuela have had their moments to shine as well. A real test for them against one of the world's best, but also for Kazakhstan it has been too. Douglas Jr.'s goal is the difference. Venezuela 0, Kazakhstan 1 at the break. For Venezuela, playing in their very first World Cup finals and coming up against some of the world's best players here in this one in Vilnius. They've had some great moments, one in particular just right at the end then that Vidal didn't take. Well, they are going toe-to-toe with Kazakhstan, and they are not being overawed by them one bit either. This is all new for these players at such an elite level. They will go into the break, just the 1 goal down, but they've had a fair bit of the ball, haven't they? You can see there, despite the amount of efforts that Kazakhstan have had, both goalkeepers making saves, and Kazakhstan getting away with just the 5 fouls in that first half, so not conceding any 10-meter penalties. It took them 5 minutes to get going. Kazakhstan here, and it's the only goal of the game so far between the top 2 in Group A. Venezuela 0, Kazakhstan 1 at the break.
Extraordinary defines what goes beyond the norm. And the way to get there is far from ordinary. You must leave nothing untried to reach further, make things better, and bring the future closer to today. Royal's family of electrified SUVs is here. On to better. We've been awarded the world's best airline of 2021, but it's more than an award for being the only global airline to continue through the pandemic, and for all the hours of hard work we dedicated.
Venezuela against Kazakhstan, top two in Group A. Whoever wins will finish top of the group, with both with 100% winning records. Venezuela taking it to Kazakhstan, and Vidal testing Higuita in the early stages. Have not been blown away at all, but they were with this breakaway led by Douglas Jr. Finish of precision, a finish of class from one of the world's best. And that was 1-0. Kazakhstan looking to be a true contender for the world title here. But Venezuela have offered plenty. They really have, and they've tested Higuita. And Sanz's effort here was beaten out. And then from one end to the other, this should have been two. Terrific play down on the chest by Akbalikov, and all that was missing was a controlled finish. Venezuela in their very first World Cup finals have really given Kazakhstan a game, and Higuita this time denying Gutierrez as the gap just opened up for him big time, but he couldn't take advantage. Akbalikov and Yesemenov were close to extending the lead further, and then Douglas Jr. towards the end to make things happen, and the effort was wide of goal by Oresov. This would have been a fabulous goal had Vidal hit the spot, but he didn't. And in the end, it is Douglas Jr.'s goal that is the difference. At half-time here in Vilnius, Venezuela 0, Kazakhstan 1.
Super, e quem é? E 10, né?
Higita's Kazakhstan leading by a goal to nil. As the players come out for the start of the second half, the final game of Group A here at the Futsal World Cup in Lithuania 2021. And it has been an absolute ball so far, hasn't it? A great watch from all over. Klaipėda to Kaunas, here in Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania. And we've just been treated to so much fun. Kazakhstan haven't had it all their own way in this one against Venezuela. Debutants at the World Cup finals. But both are going through, it's just who will finish top. Remains to be seen at the moment, advantage Kazakhstan. Good to go for the start of the second half here between the two top teams in Group A. Who progresses as the A team of Group A? It's been by far the strongest nations in the group, with Lithuania and Costa Rica. And here is Gutierrez for Venezuela, who are just loving the ride here in Europe. Back for keeper Villalobos. There has been a change in goal for Venezuela. The captain is on, Jose Villalobos, or known as Pulpo. And Murillo's in here. And Higuita stands up, forces the stop, and keeps Murillo at bay. Quite able to live up to his nickname of the Annihilator there, Rafael Murillo. Gutierrez for Murillo again. There's his domestic game in Italy these days. Back for Higuita, no problems. Tenan, Douglas Jr. And out it goes. Game of futsal really has lifted off back home in Venezuela. New tournament back home to kick off after these World Cup finals as well. So for a professional structure in creating a first level structure, according to the developers of the competition. Finest finish at a major tournament, 6th at the Copa America back in 2017. Fair play to them. In some wonderful company qualifying for these World Cup finals behind Argentina and Brazil, who have never missed a World Cup. Sanz has won it. Paraguay as well, by the way. Their 6th World Cup in their history. There is Vidal for Venezuela against Douglas Jr. Back for Murillo now. Vidal, Tenan has managed to claim the challenge. Vidal's poked towards goal. No problems for Higuita. Kulikov. Douglas Jr. hits it well. It's a restart for Venezuela, though Kaká doesn't believe that it didn't come off the fingertips of Villalobos. Here's Murillo, Gutierrez through the middle as he has made those darting runs a number of times in this match. Villalobos was saying pre-match how grateful he is to just live in these moments, the Venezuela goalkeeper, captain. The peace of mind that they have as well coming through into this game, knowing that they've already qualified. He's been speaking as well about facing this man here, Higuita. He's faced many a great goalkeeper in his career, but describing this moment as beautiful. Higuita's out of goal. He had no real intention to track back there as well. Nicholas Junior is the furthest player back for Kazakhstan. Gutierrez have started well in the second half, Venezuela. Vidal for Henry Gutierrez. There's Villalobos. There's also mentioned about the double sessions that they've been putting in just to make them physically better coming into this tournament. Douglas Junior, as Sands cut him off and cut him off well. Here is Gutierrez. He's only been playing in Finland since March. They came through against Uruguay, Chile and Bolivia in the qualifiers to reach the latter stages and to qualify for the World Cup finals, Venezuela. Just the whole excitement around playing in those games. Gutierrez was actually saying that he couldn't sleep before the game against Chile. He ended up scoring in that game as well. Monte keeping it in just about. He's a very explosive player, highly skilled. Sands. Murillo. Back he goes to Villalobos. Villamonte. Douglas Junior to Sakulov for Tainan. Tainan infield and just to get it back again here, Tainan. No way through. Murillo now for Venezuela. Against Douglas Junior and away from him he has done. Oh! Villamonte couldn't provide the finishing touches. Wonderful play from Murillo here. Across it went. It looks as though that might have just struck his standing foot as he pulled it back. Good block by Vidal. And the changes made quickly. Suarez and Andres Terran coming on. Terran's one of the great promising hopes of this team. Douglas Junior squeezes it through, but here is Terran. Terran now can bring it away. Terran, on he goes! An important block because he only had one thing on his mind. It's a healthy record of being a goal scorer, Andres Terran. Will come across to take this corner. Lifted foot, Villamonte. Carried out, and there is Terran. Another bite of the cherry, he doesn't. Back for Francia. Villamonte now stopping him in his tracks. Suarez. Villamonte. They're dominating the ball of Venezuela. They're creating opportunities too. Been narrow victories throughout the group stage for Venezuela. A single goal against Costa Rica enough, and a single goal difference as well against Lithuania, and winning it 2-1. Good block. Penalty to Kazakhstan, who struck 6 past Costa Rica, and then another 3 beyond Lithuania. Only got the 1 goal here. Oh, and the little flick. Good save from Villalobos. A little bit of magic and a little bit of skill, very nearly unlocking the door for Kazakhstan in that second goal. Good reactions. Terran, and off he goes. Terran still holds it up well. Francia told to get alongside him. Here he is again. Villamonte, strong block, but there he is again, and Higuita frustrating Venezuela even more. More and more chances being created. It's come back off Terran, that's unfortunate. But Higuita gets to maintain a clean sheet. Villamonte, that's a terrific save from Higuita. It's at the world's best in 5 of the last 6 years. World's best goalkeeper. Francia. Here is Terran. And back for Francia, who plays his club game in the homeland. The Pumas. Kabacas. Set up well. Zedemanov's got to be careful because his right shoelace is undone at the moment. Villamonte. Now Terran. On for Villamonte again. And once more, a player who's got 3 goals in the qualifiers. One of those being against Argentina. Francia. Villamonte again. For Kabacas. I've got the heads. Cool as you like. From Tursagolov. Well, he's enjoying himself out there, isn't he, Andres Terran? They have the best of starts in terms of preparation after needing to quarantine in the build-up to these World Cup finals. Here is Carlos Sanz. It's his domestic game in Argentina. There's the youngster, Terran. And once again, on the ball. Kabacas. Terran with the stop. Good stop against Yesemenov. Sanz giving away the free kick. The first foul of this game, of the second half, I should say, goes against Venezuela. Where's Higuita? Tokayev. That's a nobody. Villamonte, having fun. Terran. Ah, lovely feed. Oh, and he's just been absolutely flattened there by Yesemenov, and he will get a yellow card. showing his quality on the big stage. Andres Terran, well, clear as day, yellow card.
Yellow card shown to number 10 from Kazakhstan, Yesenemanov.
So Yesenemanov goes into the book, the first yellow card of the match. Sands beaten away by Igita. Saw that all the way and got some real force behind the stop as well. Sands again for Terran. Can he terrorize Tainan, of all people? Back he goes for Sands. Viamonte, oh. Balikov doing enough, but they've won it back again. Kabakas for Terran. Sands for Kabakas. Hounded back, hounded by Orazov still, and he's won it back too. Orazov, but he can't find a teammate. Oh. And the change wanted to be made, Terran comes off. Well, Kabakas was hoping for the pass to him. Balikov couldn't control it, Kabakas again. And took his place in the center, Kabakas, who plays for the current Delta Tequiero. Best team in Venezuela. Recently finished third at the recent Copa Libertadores. Using a bit of history. The Venezuelan side to have reached the top 3 in Futsal Copa Lib. San Lorenzo, the overall winners from Argentina. That was the save from Igita. And both goalkeepers not opting to wear gloves. Some do, some don't. Balikov up against Sands. So those long legs to try and stop anything coming further forward. And a couple of blocks in there. Important. Return for Tainan and Kabakas. He'll get there before he goes out, he will. Kabakas, can he keep his cool? Oh, Igita with the save. That's why he's so good. That's why he is one of the world's best and has been for so long. Wonderful goalkeeping to deny Kabakas his big moment to score against Igita. And Venezuela still cannot break through. Big moment in the match. Terrific desire to get there before the ball had gone out of play. He's had a good summer already. Wilmer Kabakas, he got married this summer. So belated congratulations to him. I must be wondering what on earth they've got to do to get beyond Igita. Especially in this second period. 16 attempts, 10 on goal for Venezuela. And Douglas Jr. Tainan. Negocian making his move through the middle. But Tainan just delays things, using all of his experience. Foul goes against Tsagulov. Murillo in behind. He reacted well there, did Tsagulov. Negocian, I beg your pardon. Oh, hit well by Vidal. Might have hit his own man on the way through. Gonzalez straight up off his feet. One article describing how he's renewed young promise again in Venezuela. Took on the job in 2017, have been working as a coach for the Venezuelan under-20s. Here's Tainan. And Murillo. No way through. There, Higuita saying there is no player like Tainan. There's no player like Higuita down at the other end either. All that man there, Douglas Jr., whose goal still is the difference. We've been treated to goals aplenty here in Vilnius throughout the group campaign. Always scoring games so far. Just 7.5 minutes remaining. Douglas Jr. And once again, Higuita joining in too. Here he is. Tainan. Oh, Tainan came in late there. Nothing more. Watch this, bang. Just having a few words with Vidal. Fair play to Vidal, got up on his getting on with things. Sands cuts it out, Murillo can turn, Vidal to his right, if he can be found, here he is! Oh, the angle is getting tighter and tighter. Oh, they're being tested all right, Kazakhstan. And this is terrific from Venezuela, who are proving that they can play against some of the best players in the world. Had to bide their time in terms of getting success. With the South American game being dominated by Brazil and Argentina. Along with the likes of Colombia too, CONMEBOL have recently got to having 4 teams qualify from 2012 onwards for a place to the World Cup. Well, Kazakhstan, they mean business now. Kaká's got his jacket off. Sands just seemed to stand on the ball. Vento. Vidal for Carlos Sands. Fascinating, it really is, of which way this is going. And Venezuela, they are lively down there compared to Kazakhstan, who are just very calm at the moment, their bench. Here is Vento, making some ground. Francia. Good blow, oh, that's wonderful. Now they're on their feet. And Douglas Jr. on a touch of Francia as he goes out. Timeout has been called here. And for Kazakhstan, 5:38. Paulo Figueroa, Kaká, had the chance to talk to his players.
Мы еще не так играли решающий матч. Мы должны терпеть. Я попросил тайм-ауты для чего? Чтобы вы отдохнули. Но самое главное, что мы должны делать, это поднять голову и играйте нашу игру. Без проблем. Мы пережили этот момент плохой. Сейчас мы будем отдохнуть и будем играть нашу игру. Надо, мы не просто один пас и туда и сразу. И они...
Coach has got a deal until 2023 after signing a new contract last year. Higuita has been by far the busiest goalkeeper certainly in this second period. That save, tremendous, denying Viamonte. That one wasn't bad from Sands, but simply rather routine for the grey man. Well, they've been fairly blunt, though, Kaká in particular, at the start of this competition, that they're coming here to win the World Cup. So it's not every coach just wants to reach the quarterfinals. He's described how each game is a final for his team. Actually mentioned how RFU and Brazil are favourites for him. He was asked, he's said along with the likes of Spain and Portugal as leading candidates. Believes his team are in the same bracket as maybe the world champions Argentina and Iran. Gutierrez looking to put a beat in, but they've still got hold of it of Kazakhstan. Morazov. Murillo goes down, but no foul. Douglas Jr., Tenan. Sort of fired in at him. Sands again. Now 1-1 back. Tenan! Vento taking over now for Venezuela. Murillo, Sands up with him. Murillo, another wonderful block from Douglas Jr. Senamanov is on in his replacement. Frantia, 4 minutes. Wants to be level. Kazakhstan will still go through the top of Group A due to their superior goal difference. Sands gets his pass away. Viamonte back for Sands. Tenan with a stop. And then hit well by Vidal, and Hidgita keeps it out. What more do they have to do to get beyond Kazakhstan? It's been a wonderful response. And the use of his feet this time, Hidgita doing anything he can to keep the side out. Vidal, ooh, Akbalikov. Veamonte going around the houses, but he's still made ground. Not hanging around. Francia now. Sands. Oh, Veamonte. Akbalikov, but his touch lets him down too. See the reintroduction of Rafa Murillo. Watches every game, his little boy, Rafaelito. I'm sure he's watching Dad again tonight. This has been two clear factors for their achievement here so far: defensive solidity, but the unity off the team, off the field. As Murillo here, well, he caught it well, but was always running out of room. Akbalikov. Here is Murillo. Just putting the brakes on back for Sands. Viamonte, one for Vidal. Against Akbalikov. Vidal for Sands. 2.5 minutes remaining in this game. Murillo, can they find a way through Venezuela? Oh, that's a tough pass for a tired Vidal. It looked like that. No interest in getting after that. It's a game that's flown by well and nicely. It's flowed really nicely. These are two quality teams. But Balikov is in here. Oh, what a miss! And he's furious with himself. Balikov should have been making it too and putting this game beyond Venezuela. La Vinotinto have called the timeout. 2 minutes 4 remaining on the clock. And Gonzalez with the chance to get his point across. So that in terms of preparation, it's just simply been about continuity for him, keeping a core squad at international level, treat them like one big family he's been talking about.
Ojo, mire, que sea el trabajo aquí. Donde no esté San, que se pongan así.
But they've been battering down the door of Kazakhstan, and they just simply will not let it open. And this chance just a few moments ago for Albert Balikov. That should have been the moment where this game would have been put out of Venezuela's reach. He's got 1 goal to his name as well. Balikov, it should have been another one. What a journey those fans have been on. These players, Venezuela. Towards Vidal. Touch from Polo, back they go. I want to get this Vidal, caught out. Big start from Villalobos. Some real healthy goalkeeping competition amongst the ranks with Jakin and Rueda. And Villalobos has described it as demanding but healthy. And they're going fly now with Sanz, the man. What the brightest keeper kid you will see here. Vidal for Venezuela. Kazakhstan back. Venezuela asking more and more questions. 1 minute 25 remaining. Sanz for Vidal. Monte. Oh, and we're asking. Yeah, they're going to ask for it to be looked at. Well, with 1 minute 12, why not? Freddy Gonzalez was making the signal. And so, video support. There is the challenge to see whether there was the use of an arm or a hand. There's use of video support in this game. Overall, I think it's been a terrific success. But it's fired right in at Douglas Jr. with his arm. You're not going to get penalties for that, I'm afraid. His arm is behind his back, and they're not taking too long to discuss this. But why not have a go? 1 minute 12 remaining. Chasing the game. To set up for a corner instead. Sanz for Polo. Sanz again. Villamonte, we're inside the final 60 seconds now. Sanz fired at Vidal. Polo for Sanz, one way and then the other. Here is Vidal. Oh, and the challenge, being told to get up here. To the committee challenge from Nogoshin. Sands might have been a little short for it. But it was 40 seconds as he scampers back into goal. Touchdown, and Yesen Amanov. Over it goes. Polo. Time ticking away, 30 seconds remaining for Venezuela to score an equalizer. Here is Polo, Sands the furthest man forward. Vidal, Viamonte, back for Sands. Viamonte in the center. Murillo, it's Vidal, and Vidal again! They have their reward! They've been knocking and knocking at the door, and finally they've been able to break through. And courtesy of Alfredo Vidal. 11 seconds remaining. And Venezuela have got themselves level. And you can't say they have not deserved that. Vidal's second goal at this competition. One of the biggest goals of his career against Kazakhstan. And it looks like both of these teams are going to go through unbeaten. A wonderful game. Both will go through. Kazakhstan will finish top of the group, but fair play Venezuela, who continue to stand up and continue to show that they can perform on the biggest stage. Douglas Junior's goal in 5 minutes for Kazakhstan opened the scoring before Vidal leveled things up right at the end. Terrific game. Venezuela won, Kazakhstan won. Higuita beaten. And they must have been wondering whether it was to be their night tonight. But here in Vilnius, these two top teams have put on a show. And Venezuela, Freddy Gonzalez, they just keep on writing new chapters in their history. They have gone through to the knockout rounds for the very first time in a debut World Cup campaign for them. And they're going to go through toe-to-toe with Kazakhstan from Group A. Some of the best names in the game they've been able to stand shoulder to shoulder with and put on a performance. And they are going to be a handful going through. There is no doubt about that. Kaká's team have been tested. He'll have been looking for that test just to see where his team are in terms of being genuine title contenders. But you have to say, fair play when it matters for Venezuela. Freddy Gonzalez has done a terrific job as coach, and he is ready to be interviewed downstairs.
Profe, qué partido el de hoy, se luchó hasta el final y se logra conseguir este valioso empate que sin duda deja muy buenas sensaciones para Venezuela. Tu balance de lo que fue el partido.
Bueno, es un partido que de una manera u otra supimos manejar en varios momentos del juego. Por ahí no tuvimos la fortuna en el primer tiempo de concretar las 2 o las 3 ocasiones que tuvimos y en verdad pues nos perjudicó mucho. Tuvieron una ocasión ellos y ellos fueron efectivos, pero supimos levantar la cabeza en el segundo tiempo y llevamos el encuentro hasta lo último. Y un empate con sabor a victoria. Yo creo que es merecido el empate de nosotros y esperamos de que podamos seguir avanzando y en la otra ronda que nos siga faltando el factor suerte, nos siga contribuyendo a nosotros los venezolanos.
Luego de este partido, Venezuela llega quizás en muy buenas condiciones a lo que son los octavos de final. ¿Cómo visualizas esa instancia donde, bueno, no hay margen de error?
Pues ya prácticamente es, como tú lo dices, no hay margen de error. Todos estos partidos que vienen a continuación son finales anticipadas para nosotros y en verdad estamos muy contentos por la actuación de nuestros muchachos y como siempre lo digo, esperar a dejar y llegar a Venezuela a lo más alto de este mundial para nosotros es lo máximo y nos da mucha satisfacción.
Muchas gracias.
Well, terrific from Freddy Gonzalez, Venezuela. Just their 4th goal, by the way, that they've scored in this competition. And scored by Vidal, who's got his 2nd goal as well here at these World Cup finals. And he will be the next man to say some words downstairs.
Alfredo, se luchó hasta el final y se logra conseguir este valioso empate donde tuviste la fortuna de marcar ese gol. Por ahí comentan esos últimos minutos y sobre todo esa jugada del gol.
Bueno, nada, primero que nada darle la gloria y las gracias a Dios. De verdad es muy importante para nosotros como grupo y como selección representar dignamente a nuestro país. De verdad que es satisfactorio salir desde acá y saber que toda una nación está orgullosa y alegre y feliz de todo el trabajo que estamos haciendo. Y fruto de eso se ve, se lucha hasta el final y se consigue el resultado, digamos, lo positivo, porque nos vamos invicto a la siguiente ronda.
Háblame un poquito de tu momento, 3 partidos, 2 goles y un poquito también lo que va a ser esos octavos de final.
Bueno, de verdad que siempre es satisfactorio marcar, más para aportar al equipo y a la selección. De verdad que seguimos enfocados, seguimos trabajando para la fase que se viene, porque esto no queda acá. Te aseguro que cada uno de nosotros como venezolanos representaremos al máximo y daremos el máximo para avanzar de fase en fase y dejar orgulloso a nuestro país.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ustedes.
There are some very happy faces amongst the Venezuelan camp. There is no doubt about that. What about the Kazakhstan players? Let's get some reaction from them after this 1-1 draw.
Біржан, біз бүгін тең ойнағанмен топтан бірінші орынмен шықтық. Жалпы ойын қалай болды? Ауыр болған сияқты ғой бүгін.
Әрине, ойын ауыр болды. Бұл группадағы ең біздің қатал деген соперниктердің бірі. Бірақ енді группадан задачамыз бірінші болып шығу задачамыз да болды. Осы задачаны орындадық деп ойлаймын. Енді ары қарай бұйырса қойған задачаларымызбен ойнаймыз деген ойдамын.
Бүгін жалпы алаңда қаншалықты қиын болды? Бүгінгі қарсылас өткен қарсыластарға мүлдем ұқсамайды.
Әрине, бүгінгі қарсылас мықты болды. Біз тренер, бапкерлермен бәрін зерттеген болатынбыз. Бірақ енді ойын бойы біздің атакаларда көп болды. Бірақ енді ақырғы минуттарда енді осындай гол кірді. 1-1 болғанымен біз группадан бірінші шықтық. Ең басты мақсатымыз деп айта кетемін тағы.
Көп рахмет.
Huge learning curve for the Kazakhstan players. And for their coach, I'm sure, as well. He will have taken plenty out of this particular performance as Vidal. Let's go downstairs.
Ваши комментарии по игре?
Ну, задачи выполнены. Мы и хотели быть первыми, и играли сегодня. Столько было достаточно, чтобы быть первыми. Конечно, возле наших ворота были моменты, но у нас были несколько явных моментов, которые можно поменять и все ход игры. Команда не сделала самый свой лучший матч, а соперники, наоборот, сделали свой лучший матч за эти 3 игры. Да, мы будем сейчас делать вывод, будем исправлять ошибки, которые были сегодня, будем готовиться. У нас сейчас 5 дней, чтобы готовиться к плей-офф, и теперь вот уже начинается то, или ты есть, или нет. Поэтому сейчас выполнили первую задачу, теперь надо каждый матч играть как свой финал.
Пропустили за 10 секунд. Это потеря концентрации?
Нет, это 5-4. Вы знаете, такой удар был блокирован, и мяч с одного ногой на другой и остался у них. Да, вы все видели, мы до этого оборонялись нормально, не было момента. И один такой момент, удар, пошли прессинговать. Я думаю, что надо посмотреть, конечно. Мы где-то не прессинговали правильно, но что касается обороны, 4-5 не было никаких провалов. Просто так получилось, что мы пропустили эту гол.
Спасибо.
Не за что.
So So the stats and facts of what we have just seen, a terrific game, it really was. 59-41 in terms of possession for Venezuela, and they started creating more and more, especially in that second period, and causing Higuita a bit of a headache as well with the amount of saves that he's had to make. And in the end, they got their reward right at the end. Just the 2 goals, but it was a game that flowed so well, absolutely flew by. Douglas Jr. on 5 minutes, Vidal right at the end, just before the hooter sounded. And they got their rewards because they really did deserve that, Venezuela. So this is how it all finishes in Group A then, as we head on to the business stage of the tournament. Kazakhstan and Venezuela topping the group. We still don't really know what's happening with Lithuania and Costa Rica just yet, but they're both through on 7 points. Kazakhstan, by courtesy of their goal difference, will top the group. The top 2 in Group A meeting in Vilnius. The first time that Venezuela and Kazakhstan have played here in the capital. And whoever won would win the group. And all of a sudden it was Kazakhstan with the first goal of the game. 5 on the clock. Douglas Jr. has been doing that all of his career. And how he finished this off so coolly to give Kazakhstan the lead. Venezuela taking part in their very first World Cup finals, and how they gave it a go against Kazakhstan, a top 10 ranked team in the world rankings, and Leo Higuita here making a big save. And he continued to defy in the second half as well, in particular from Murillo, and again from the left side, Murillo causing problems, and Villamonte should have been doing a lot better with this effort. And they had the better of it in the second period, no doubt about that. Venezuela really standing up to Kazakhstan. Tehran, when he came on, terrorizing Kazakhstan, and Sands stinging the palms of Higuita. Kabakas, was this to be their moment? No, and the frustrations would continue. And another big save from Higuita, from Vidal, getting down quickly to his right and using his feet effectively. Kazakhstan could have put the game to bed. Akbalikov should really have scored here to make it 2-0, and how that came back to bite as Vidal with one chance and then the second, forcing it in, and they got their eventual reward. 1-1 with 11 seconds remaining on the clock. And that's how it finished here in Vilnius. So sheer delight for Venezuela against Kazakhstan. Both go through, Kazakhstan topping the group because of their better goal difference. It's been great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us for our coverage today. We'll see you very soon. Bye for now.